Alrighty. Hey there. Welcome to this. Well, I should introduce myself first here. I am DZMaven. And that's a great intro. I'm fumbling my own name when I start here. Anyway. So, it's been a while since I've actually done any game videos here. And you may be wondering, it's like, well, wait, what are you talking about here? Well, so this is the new channel. Actually, it's a backup channel I've had for a few years, but just didn't do anything with. But you know, I've been thinking that I kind of do want to get back into doing some kind of video game videos, content, some kind. And I think now's a good time for me to kind of do that. And what better way to start off than with my own personal game of the year from last year, which is this right here, Trails in the Sky, first chapter. So you can probably see right away that I have New Game Plus, which means yes, I have played through this game before. So, but you know, I'll probably get to how we're going to start here in a moment here. But I think this is a good opportunity for me to revisit this game. It's I really do like this game. It's a fun, pretty chill game to play. And also, this is the perfect opportunity for me to go through this again, because the second chapter remake is right around the corner, basically. That's going to come out on September 17th of this year, and I confess it's going to be a day one purchase for me. And I will play through that as well. So if it's going to be as good as this game, then my expectations are going to be pretty high. So, but as you see, I played through this game before already on the normal difficulty. I've gone through it 2 more times afterwards, and basically just kind of sped run through the game a few times just to get the final achievements and everything. So, but in this case, I do want to basically kind of start from the beginning a bit again here. So, clear data. I guess it doesn't really give me the option to just start completely from the beginning. But I think what I want to do here is I want to start with the hard difficulty and just kind of go through the game that way. The normal difficulty I did find to be a pretty fair balance overall, but it did get a bit easier towards the end. That was just my experience here, though. I'm going to start with hard here. Hard difficulty will not be available. That's fine. Now, I guess I'm just starting fresh here, but anyway.
Where's Dad? The guild said he'd be back today. Shara's gone training around the kingdom, too. Oh, this sucks! Maybe I should practice with my staff some more before dinner.
Yes, big stick.
I'm home!
Dad!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Estelle. Did you watch the house like a good little girl?
You got that right. Are you okay, Dad? You're not hurt from fighting monsters?
Nope, I'm totally fine, see? Anyway, Estelle, I got a little gift for you.
A special gift.
A fishing pole? Sneakers? A new tool for my staff?
Where did I go wrong? You know, girls usually want pretty clothes or accessories.
I like pretty clothes, but I just get them all dirty. And I don't want to accidentally break the accessories while playing. Anyway, Dad, what's with the blanket?
It's a
Is
corpse.
that my gift?
Oh, well spotted. And up.
Would you like to play anatomy lessons, Estelle? You can learn to be a doctor.
Well, anyway, pretty good looking kid, don't you think?
I made him myself.
Who is this boy?
No need to yell. You'll wake him up.
Wake him up? Is he even alive? He's totally limp.
I gave him first aid so his life isn't at risk. But it really is important he gets some proper rest. I'll get him to bed, so can you go boil some water for me, Estelle?
Roger. He sure is sleeping. He's about my age, right? I've never seen anyone with pitch black hair before.
Yeah, pretty striking, isn't it? His eyes are amber, by the way.
Oh? That aside, what the heck is going on here?
Explain,
Who
Dad.
is he? Why is he hurt? And why did you bring him home, Dad? Is he your secret love child? Were you two-timing on Mom?
Where'd you even learn those words? It's gotta be Scheherazade.
Yeah, so?
That precocious girl. Anyway, I ran across this kid while I was working. I don't even know his name.
Working? As a bracer?
Sorta. Oh,
What?
he's waking up.
Wow, his eyes really are amber.
Where am I?
Kid, you awake? This is my place, so you got nothing to worry about.
What's going on here?
Huh?
You must be crazy. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there?
I can't really say. Well, let's just call it happenstance.
No way!
Yeah, we'll just call it happenstance.
Right. Do you know what you've done?
Hey! Quit yelling! You sure are loud for someone as beat up as you are. You'll make your injuries worse.
Who are you?
I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright.
She's my daughter. I told you I had a daughter about your age.
You did? Wait, that's not what matters!
Okay, that is not gonna make him better.
No
Just
more
saying.
yelling.
Alright. But what you did was way worse than yelling.
Yes, getting kicked in the head is not gonna help.
Want to say that again?
You're making my injuries worse.
Are you sure about that?
Never mind.
Well, in this house, we do as Estelle demands.
Yes, Estelle is the one in charge.
Not even I'm a match for her when she's upset.
I can tell.
By the way, aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
Your name. Cough it up. I already told you mine.
Who are you and where do you come from?
But I'm the only one who doesn't get to know.
Oh.
Makes sense. No point in hiding it now. It's a pain if we don't know. Just tell us.
All right. My name is
My name is Blue Goo. I'll talk more about the intro once we get through everything here. So. And now, years later, they lived happily ever after. Well, kind of.
So bright. That was a good night's rest. I think it's Dad's turn to make us breakfast today. Now then, I wonder if Joshua's still in bed sleeping. Oh, I guess he's up already. All right. I should get dressed too. Woohoo! Not bad, Joshua.
Good morning, Estelle. Sorry, did I wake you?
Nah, I just woke up. Look at you, Joshua, being so cheeky so early in the morning. You're gonna make your big sister swoon, you know that?
Big sister, we're the same age.
That's where you're wrong. Even if we are the same age, I was living here long before you. And that makes me your senior.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Hey, that wasn't very respectful. But that was a nice song. A happy tune with a hint of sadness. I like your other songs too, but that one's my favorite. What was it called again?
It's called The Whereabouts of Light.
Yeah, that one. The Whereabouts of Light. Ah, if only I could play the harmonica like you do.
Well, if you live long enough, Estelle, you might be able to.
It may look easy, but it's way harder than it looks.
Compared to your skills with a staff, I think it's pretty easy. It's just a matter of focus.
I just get sleepy whenever I try to do that kind of mental stuff. Joshua, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but you should try to be more active too. All you do is read and polish your weapons. You're never going to get a girlfriend by staying all cooped up here in the house.
Well, excuse me for having unpopular hobbies.
Hey man, don't pick on Joshua's hobbies. He likes his harmonica. I mean, do you know any boys that play harmonicas as a hobby? I don't think boys these days play harmonica as a hobby. I'm just saying, it's just not a common hobby to have.
Besides, you're one to talk. I wouldn't exactly call your hobbies normal.
Yes, we should list off Estelle's hobbies. The ones I'm aware of.
Fishing, bug catching, collecting sports shoes.
Pretty much those three right there. She likes catching big bugs. Big bugs.
What's wrong with those? I like what I like.
Yes, don't talk about her hobbies. It really messes her eyes up.
Besides, I grew out of bug catching years ago.
Did you, though?
Hey, Estelle! Joshua!
Oh, morning, Dad.
Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready?
Yep, all done. The two of you should come downstairs before it gets cold.
Roger.
We'll be right down.
That was great. Ugh, I'm so full.
You sure have an appetite.
What's wrong with that? You gotta eat and sleep a lot if you want to grow big.
It's important to eat right and get proper energy. You two have your last day of training at the guild today, right?
Yes, but it's just a review of everything we've learned so far.
Once that's done, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad.
Well, maybe not quite like him, but you'll get there someday.
You won't get to treat me like a kid anymore.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. You'll be starting off as a junior bracer, nothing more than a trainee. If you want me to treat you like a grown-up, you'd better hurry up and become a senior bracer.
Challenge accepted. Just you watch. I'm gonna rack up achievements and become a way better bracer than you, Dad.
Go ahead and try.
Yes, go ahead and try, Estelle. Although thinking ahead here. It's probably like maybe 1 or 2 events in the future that might put Estelle's achievements on par with Cassius's achievements. I don't want to get into spoilers here, but you know, they both have some pretty important plot stuff they do in the future of the series. So
Why are you two always so competitive? Besides, Estelle, you've got more important things to focus on. You still have to pass the exam at the end of the day today.
Huh? What exam?
Don't tell me you already forgot. They're going to test us on everything we've learned. Shara said that if you don't pass, you'll have to take supplementary training.
Oh, crap. I completely forgot. Now that you mention it, maybe Shara did say something like that. Well, I'm sure it'll be fine.
You're always like this, so carefree. Or maybe careless is a better word.
It's something else, isn't it? I don't know where you got all that endless optimism from.
Excuse you. I'm not half as bad as you are, Dad.
Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Anyway, we should head into town soon, Estelle. Shara is waiting for us at the guild.
Gotcha. Shara gets real scary when we make her wait. Oh, Dad. It's my turn to make dinner tonight. Is there anything you want to eat?
I'm just trying to see if I can remember what it is they go with here. Is it fish?
I'm taking requests.
Oh wait, no. I think she makes an omelet thing.
Requests, eh? How about Rouen style?
Oh, the fish, yeah, okay, fish with the
vinegar.
Okay. Fish with balsamic vinegar. That's what it is. Which is actually not too bad sounding.
The balsamic... What?
It's a type of vinegar made from a grape extract. Not that you would know that, Estelle,
I
but
think that might be somewhat beyond Estelle's abilities.
Well, it was worth a shot. How about the usual fried fish? Or omelets, if you prefer.
oh, okay, there's the omelets.
Just try and keep it edible, please.
Rude! But you're not exactly wrong.
Oh, actually, I do have one request. Could you go to the general store and buy me a copy of the Liberal News?
Okay, I don't want to say anything, but I'll comment on that
The
later.
newest issue should be out today.
Got it. Liberal News General Store.
Consider the rest your allowance. But don't spend it all in one place.
Yay! Thanks.
Yay, I got money.
Well then, Dad, we'll be going now.
Okay, well, best of luck to you both. And give Sherazard my regards.
Yay, we're finally out of the intro. That was about almost 20 minutes for the intro. I got a little bit of tutorial stuff here. I was displaying the map. We can check our help tips in the menu. Our journey begins. The long, long road ahead for these two, at least for part of the journey. That's you know. Okay, just a few like housekeeping things here. Here, real quick here. So, I'd like to show what the settings I'm running at are. We are on the hard difficulty. It's a new game. I'm on the highest graphic settings, but I am running the game at 1080p because that's just easier for recording. Because the video is going to be in 1080p when it's put up on YouTube, so this makes it easier for me. But you know, just covering the game options, just looking at this real quick here, it's honestly pretty good. We do get the Japanese dub if you want that, or the English dub here. Audio sliders. Now, this is a neat thing. You can change the soundtrack type. So standard is the redone soundtrack for this game, which is the remake. So you consider this the remake soundtrack. The arranged is the Evo version soundtrack, which were versions of the original game that kind of came out later with full voice acting, with full Japanese voice acting in them. And the music was kind of redone for those. It's an interesting remix of the original music. So. And then lastly, we have the original soundtrack, which is straight from the original game. So, and in case you're wondering, yes, I have played the original Trails in the Sky first chapter. I don't really consider the remake exactly a replacement for the original, because the original is still pretty good on its own. It's not a perfect game. It's kind of aged a little weirdly in a few areas, but story-wise, writing, the visuals, I think still hold up pretty well in the original. So I don't really have a particularly strong preference, but I do think the gameplay in the remake is a lot more fun for me, which is why I kind of want to play this one. So, let's see. You can control the dash. You know, got some other options here. Target lock. The rumble feature. Should I turn that off? I might turn that off just so my controller doesn't vibrate. And then you end up hearing my controller vibrating while I'm speaking here, which might not be too good. Okay, so this is the high speed mode, otherwise called turbo mode in some of the other games. I'm gonna confess, this is one of the most genius features to have in a JRPG, in a JRPG game, and I've only seen this in the Trails series. It's basically it is what it says. It just speeds the game up. It just makes the whole game run faster. And this has been here since the first game, so I love this feature. It just, because a lot of times you'll play a JRPG and there'll just be slow segments in the game. You gotta walk from one place to another and it just takes a while. Or you got trash mob battles you just want to try and get through as quickly as possible. Or just cutscenes you don't really care about and just want to kind of fast forward through them. This does that. And it is a wonderful feature that more RPG games should have. But like I said, I've only seen this in the Trails series, so. RPG developers who might be watching, who might come across this video, please take note. Please take note. Put this in your game. Please. It is such a wonderful quality of life feature. I cannot emphasize this enough. Anyway. We got some options for the map, options for camera controls. I'm just going to kind of leave it the way it is because it's pretty good. Same for that. Yeah, display mode, I already kind of showed you this here. There is HDR, but I don't have HDR set up on this monitor, so I'm not going to mess with that. The graphics options do range from ultra down to low here in custom settings. I'm gonna be honest here. I have put this game on the low settings before, and I don't really see a big visual difference. So right now I'm on ultra 1080p, so just take a quick look here. Just gonna get into the first person mode. Yeah, there we go. So we can take a look. So this is not a very high graphical fidelity game, but I think it looks pretty good for capturing that sort of that anime aesthetic while still retaining the feel of the original game. I think this game is spot on, really. Now, let's get out of that here. Now, just for comparison's sake, I'm going to put on the low settings here. Also, I can change the graphic settings on the fly in this game, which is good to have. So now I'm on the low settings, and visually, it's really not that different. Really, the only thing that's really noticeable is the shadow resolution quality is a bit lower now. And maybe some of this light here coming through the windows doesn't look quite as crisp anymore. But again, looking at Joshua here up close, he looks the same as he did before, so yeah. So yeah, again, maybe somebody with better eyes than me can pick out the actual visual differences here, but I don't really see a whole lot. Now, there is a bit more visual pop-in out in the field on the low settings here. But, you know, other than that, the graphical scaling works pretty well here, so if you are worried about performance in this game, you're perfectly fine going with lower settings in this game. It's not going to look that much difference. You're still going to have a good visual fidelity time with it. They did recently add DLSS 4 to this, and I'm running on DLA because DLA is just kind of the superior anti-aliasing system to have if you can get it. They did add FSR 2.2 as well, which admittedly is a bit underwhelming. So it's there, but I don't think anybody would really want to use that unless they really have to. But yeah, if you have an NVIDIA GPU, which I do, just use DLSS. It's just the better option to have. Other thing to mention, another thing that's been nicely consistent with this series from what I've played so far, they're very generous about the save system in these games, and again, that is a huge positive because there are a lot of games out there which will restrict your saving, in very arbitrary, weird ways that I don't think are necessary. Thankfully, Falcom is very generous about saving. You can save most anytime, anywhere in this game, in these games, and lots of save slots. There's 170 slots here. Probably more than I will ever need. Even though I've gone through the game 3 times already now. I've only used, I don't know, 41 save slots. And on top of that, the New Game Plus carryover saves have their own separate save slot system, so they don't overwrite the actual save slots either. So that's also been a nice feature of these games I've seen. So speaking of which, I probably should save. Let's do this. This is to save right here. Right, first save. 27 minutes in so far. Anyway, here's the menu. Real quick here. I just want to glance over here. I do like the UI they use for the game here. I'm gonna confess here, and if people want to hate on me for this, go right ahead. But I am adamant on this opinion here that the UI and menu in the original game is not good. It just isn't. It's set up in a very confusing way in the original game, and this just fixes all of that. It's very clear and obvious what to do. It controls very well now. The original game was the original game's UI and menu was very janky, is how I would describe it. So, and keep in mind that's no judgment on the content of the original game. The content's fine. It's just the UI and menuing was just not good in the original game. So I think a lot has been addressed here. So this is a very straightforward, easy to use menu. Status explanation here. So they do explain what all the stats mean, in case you're wondering, and what they do. So, in case you're wondering. So, costumes. So yeah, we do get cosmetic options. This was not something in the original game. This was, for the remake here. Cosmetics, I think, started showing up in the Cold Steel games. So, kind of jumping ahead a little bit here, but cosmetics, I think, have been around since then in the Trails series. So, it's a nice little fun option to have. So, now since I started a new game, I don't really have anything right now, but I should have the DLC stuff here, so we can just unlock these real quick here, just to show you what the cosmetic system is like. Because I have these already, and they're just kind of in my game by default. Also, I do want to address something here. If you do decide to purchase this game now, for some boneheaded reason, Gung-Ho has decided that you can no longer get these outfits now. I have no defense for that. I don't know what they were thinking. But apparently those things are no longer available, which really sucks. I'm just gonna be honest about that here, because the Neo Bracer outfit for Estelle here, I actually really like this. I think this looks really nice. It's a really cool, kind of different take on her outfit that kind of is a little bit more in line with the outfits that she has later on in the series. But it's kind of more in that styling here, and I like it. But it's a shame that new players can't get this anymore. So, as well as the Summer Vacation and the mascot outfit, which is just this silly thing. If for some reason you want Estelle to look more like the proportions she had in the original game, as well as Joshua here. Like, real question, should I play the game like this? This would be very weird. Let's go outside. And by the way, a nice little touch is the little loading screen icon in the bottom left there. That is the original sprite work from the original game there. It's just a nice little nod to the OG game there. Yes, the menuing. I just kind of went over the menus here. Game wants me to do that again. I'm like, no, I don't. We just looked at the menu.
It's a beautiful day today. Perfect weather for exams.
What an opportunist. But that's what makes you Estelle, probably.
All right, next stop, the city of Roland.
I'll keep the costumes on for a little bit here. just for fun here. So, okay. So I do want to comment on a couple things about the voice acting here before we get too far here. So, I do find the voice dub they use here pretty good overall. There's a few couple exceptions that I will address when we actually get to the relevant point in the game. We have Stephanie Shea. Not sure how the last name is pronounced. She's doing Estelle here. She's been doing this character apparently for quite a while now, I think. Now, admittedly, I think Estelle does sound a little high-pitched, a little whiny, a little bit in this game, but you do kind of get used to it after a while. And I'm kind of willing to forgive that a bit. Because Estelle is supposed to be a lot younger, a little more immature at this point in her development, so I'm willing to kind of give a pass to that. Joshua here is done by Johnny Young Bosch. I think that's how it's pronounced here, and he does an excellent job with Joshua throughout this game. I have no complaints about him. So. Can we sneak this way? No, we cannot. Oh, this is a good time to look at the map. Where's the map? Oh, that's the tutorial map. Okay, here's the map. This game has an excellent map. Basically, the map will cover the entire region, which we're in the Roland region right now, which is where the first part of the game takes place. So as we kind of progress here, this entire map is going to kind of get filled out, and you'll be able to see the entire region. This game does a really good job of marking points of interest and having map markers, and there is fast travel on this map as well. So this is a system that the series didn't really start with initially, and I kind of want to say it was gradually improving through the series, and I think I want to say by the time we get to Cold Steel 3, I want to say, is when they start implementing points of interest on the map. But, before then, the maps were pretty basic, so. But, thankfully, the Sky 1 remake here has all the quality of life features that have been developed for the series over time, so. Actually, getting back to the
monsters around here now.
Yeah. Joshua, you have to talk.
Ran away in fear from the great bracer Estelle.
You're not a bracer yet.
You're not a bracer until you get out of that silly costume. Anyway, the other thing I kind of want to mention about the voice acting here before we move on here. Like I said, I do generally like the voice acting performance that's been done here in this game. And I know there's some debate between fans over the specific localization for this game versus the original localization, which was done by Xseed. This one's done by Gung Ho. I don't think there's a big deal to me personally about this here, but the only thing, the only actual criticism I really have about the localization for this game is the change up in terminologies that are used here and a few of the name pronunciations. You'll notice in the beginning when they're kind of talking with Cassius asking for the newspaper, for instance. The country we're in is the kingdom of Liberal. Liberal is supposed to be how it's pronounced. For some reason here they're pronouncing it as liberal with 3 syllables. It's supposed to be a 2-syllable word, liberal. not 3 syllables, liberal. Apparently they're making the mistake pronouncing it that way, which is not correct. I can understand how that might bother some people. It's not a huge deal to me personally, but it is something I do want to point out. And the other thing is the terminology change with certain things in the game. I will bring it up as it pops up here. So, like I said, I'm not a big fan of some of the terminology changes because I think that will just lead to confusion for players down the road who want to continue with the series. But yeah, those are kind of my criticisms towards the dub here and the localization. So it's not a deal breaker for me. Let me put it that way. But
An exam, huh?
I think this game still has enough strong positives to kind of outweigh that. Anyway, we're here at Roland, the actual town now, and let's get rid of the silly costumes and kind of start taking things seriously here. So.